downtown New Orleans. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. What we just saw, we saw a lot of last week. He had 5 tackles for loss a week ago and 1 here in the first quarter now. And I think a lot of that comes from not just his athletic ability and his intelligence and understanding how he's being blocked and how to get to the ball carriers, but also comes from scheme as well. When you've got a guy that high, playing that well, your defense coordinator is looking for ways to create mismatches and get him to the football. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. When you look at the Saints defense, right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles. And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks. Here's Penix. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there, as that one was knocked away. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To the air, Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll throw with Penix. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion. Looking to throw, Penix. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
60 red. 60 red.
Throwing is Rattler.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Room here to run.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The Saints had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Gun red. Yellow, blue, striker.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Black 40. Hey, lead our key, lead our key.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Ready?
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Down.
They'll go. Here's Rattler.
And is brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here we go.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
60 red. 60 red. Ready?
Bush trying the middle. And he stopped him. immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22.
To the air is Rattler. And he is caught. Down to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
23 yards on the play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. There's the stiff arm. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They went with their ever popular RPO on that play, and what they often tell their receivers, as soon as you get the ball, you've got to be like a punt return. You've got to make the first guy miss on your own, because if you do, big plays like that can result. He went a long way before they caught him.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Hill trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8.
Let's go.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Rattler wants to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
They run up the middle with Bush. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Ready?
Here's Rattler. Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Black 40. Set.
They'll run it with Bush. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Okay,
Nothing
ready?
on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
10 black. Ready.
Now Rattler.
And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with Rattler.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And looking to throw, Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Penix. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Robinson up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the shotgun, Rattler. He finds his man, complete. It's Hernandez. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Black Oak. Green Jack. Ready.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Going up top. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Come on, set. Black, 95. Blue striker. Ready?
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's brought down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2nd and 10.
Down. Yellow.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go. Blue 30, red, cycle. Set, go.
Rattler working out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Saints have got it back to within a score.
Saints 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A play fake. Now Penix. He hits Blue. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
To the air, Penix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll throw with Penix.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Throwing is Rattler.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a first and 10 here.
43. Ready.
There's a toss. Bush to the left. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
50, green, red, yellow. Hut.
They'll look to throw here.
Drives the left side and finds Olave.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Strike. Check. Here we go. 45. White. Blue striker. Ready.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Saints have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. Here's Penix. Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing every run say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Penix. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And the Falcon first down.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Short throw, caught by Pitts. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Penix. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Allen Lazard from a yard out. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw with Penix.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
32.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5.
Go now. 45. White. Set.
On play action, Rattler.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Saints will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Now for the point after. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. The incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Atlanta.
And looking to throw, Penix.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Penix. He finds Mooney here on the comeback route.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. There's Mooney with another catch.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll set up to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him, but his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix.
Sends up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone in and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
To throw again is Penix.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
3rd down and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll throw with Penix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line.
And the Falcon 1st down.
To the air, Penix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints' 5-yard line.
Here's Penix.
This is caught. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Penix working out of the gun here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And now look at him go.
And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New Orleans, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, They'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home